My name's Slavka, I'm from Alabama, and this channel is about living, traveling, and learning. See you on the road.
Good morning, YouTube. What is up? It is day 3 of our cross-country adventure. We're in New Mexico and going to be entering Texas in a few hours. The winds are calmer. Last episode I left you when this whole area was one giant wind field. Well, it is a lot calmer today this morning. I had to sit overnight because the warning didn't go away until after like 6 or 8 p.m. My hours were, my shift was already over. I couldn't drive anymore for that day, so I just stayed overnight. So we're a bit behind on schedule. We're at least 500 miles behind where I would like to be. Hasn't been, if it would have been summer, we not got interrupted a couple times with weather, but it is what it is. We're going to keep rolling. So for now, it's just going to be prairies, hills, valleys. We're in New Mexico Highland. We're going to enter Texas Panhandle and pass Amarillo, Texas, and then later get in Oklahoma and go past Oklahoma City. So hopefully today we'll make it somewhere into Arkansas, maybe like past Oklahoma City. Somewhere around that area we'll be stopping probably for the night. I try to get 600 miles or so, depending on how I feel about it. I can easily, on these fast speed limits, if I stayed on for solid 11 hours, I can do 770 miles. I've done that before, but I don't like pushing it that much. So we'll just keep rolling and go by what we see. Other than that, I'll keep the camera on if something comes up. Texas prairie. Not a single tree in sight for miles. That's why winds out here are really bad too. There's nothing stopping them. They got wind generator farms and dust and just short grass. So we're getting near Amarillo, Texas. Cruising at a nice clip, doing about 77. And we're in Oklahoma. Start seeing a lot more trees, shrubs, things like that. So Oklahoma City is 155 miles from here. And the scale here probably closed this Sunday. But you never know. No, we're still at Scale House. 10 minutes later, Jesus Christ. They scan all your DOT number, they look up, make sure you have active registration, make sure your truck is, they have cameras, they'll look at the cameras, and if something's suspicious, they'll pull you in, they'll go to the right, and they'll ask you to bring documents. Well, we got through. Wasted a lot of time. I mean, obviously we're super light. I mean, it's There's really nothing for them to see. I keep my truck in a good shape. It's reasonably clean for being a work truck right now. There's nothing hanging off it. I don't have any kind of massive dents or missing body panels, you know. So it's usually fly under the radar. I mean, I don't do anything illegal to begin with. Maybe occasional slightly faster than speed limit driving, but I don't even do that much. I just indulge myself in having a locked truck and not having to be stuck behind a convoy of heavy trucks. So that's about it. Alright, boys and girls, we're just going to go to Oklahoma City, and we're going to go shut down here. We're going to go OTC Petro right in downtown. I'm kind of going to have to, I think we're going to have 1,000 miles left once we stop here for the rest of the trip, so pretty much after Oklahoma City, it's going to be Arkansas and then Tennessee. Tennessee's going to be a long one. Going to take us. So tomorrow we're going to get through Arkansas. We're going to get in Tennessee and just stop somewhere in Tennessee, like somewhere short of Nashville, I'm thinking. And then we're going to go from there to the mobile destination. We'll see how the delivery, like I said, there was no specific the delivery appointment. It's just first come, first served. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Well, in case you guys ever wondered how truckers take showers, since we don't have showers in the trucks, well, this is a Petro in Oklahoma City, and you use the loyalty card points. So every time you fill up 60 gallons or more, you basically get a shower point. You can take a free shower. When you come in this facility, every truck stop has them. Some have more, some less, but usually there's like anyone that wants to be clean, you can stay clean. There's absolutely no reason to be a pig on the road. I try to take a shower every day if possible, at least every other day for sure. Sometimes just end up parking somewhere where there is no, like a rest area or something, you know, so I could just do it next morning or next afternoon. And that's how we live on the road. Good morning, YouTube. We're leaving Oklahoma City. Our plan today, past Fort Smith, Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee, and then we're going to get close to Nashville probably. So the weather looks good. We shouldn't have any trouble today, hopefully. We shall see how the day goes. We're going to take the scenic route. We're going to take US 62 instead of I-40. We'll eventually make our way back to I-40 in Arkansas, but I'm kind of feeling like going through the countryside. Oklahoma's a pretty cool state. Alright, Mandy, I'm going to have to mute you for a while because I'm not taking your suggested route. You're going to be bitching a lot, so I don't really care to hear about it. This is a truck route, it's fine. Sometimes I just don't go freeway. I go like state highways, especially in the states that I know that are not a lot of traffic, like plain states, Midwest states. A lot of state highways are half empty, and speed limit sometimes a little bit lower, but you know, you get to see more. You go through towns. Maybe slightly slower, but it's really not a big deal. It kind of helps to break up the monotony of the freeway travel because, you know, I do this every day. Every day is 500-600 miles on the freeway. Kind of gets to you. It becomes a chore to just stay in the road. This guy's heavy to go around him. Because we got every street light he's going to be slowing us down. Alright. Yeah, there's gonna be sunrise right in our eyes. We're going east, guys. But this is Oklahoma, man. It's kind of an interesting state because most of the territory is tribal lands. They're leased back to white man. So a lot of towns like Tulsa, I don't even know how that works out because I don't think you can like buy land here. You lease it, I guess, like long term, like 99 years. I honestly I don't. Maybe you guys in the comments can write down how does this work here, because for the most part, if you look at Oklahoma, it's a tribal territory. There's various tribes here that were resettled back in 150 years ago. Whenever the Congress actually established this area as where Native Americans can live. So majority of Oklahoma, I would say about 60% of its territory is tribal land. But there's cities on there, like Tulsa. Massive city. It has downtown, tall buildings, everything, and it's all tribal land. How does it work? I imagine it some kind of leaseback agreement, or I don't know. I looked it up on Wikipedia, and it just had a bunch of the Congress Act of Indian Resettlement and all this and that. I didn't, the history's kind of there's a lot of bad history, I guess, but I'm curious how the legalese part of the, who owns the land, and how's it, like, if I were to buy a house, how does the deed transfer? Like, do I own it, or do I just lease it? So if you know, write it in the comments. Low bridge, 13.9, but we're still good. If it's 13.6, we can pass. I still kind of, when it's like 13 something, I get kind of, like I feel like it's gonna hit my head. I don't know. I squat down a little bit in the seat. Oh, yeah, low bridge clearance is a bitch. Especially rookie drivers around Chicago area. They always make a convertible tractor trailer. There are bridges there near downtown. They kind of run parallel to the road. It's their metro system there. And if you want to, you can go down the street. So it's a truck route. But if you want to make a left, for example, you got to pass under this low bridge, and that thing is low. It's like 13 feet something. And we're back to our regular schedule programming on I-40 East. Fort Smith's going to be coming up in a couple hours, and then Little Rock, Arkansas. And so Oklahoma's over, and we're in Arkansas. So, a lot of people that haven't been here have a misconception that Arkansas is flat. It's quite contrary to that. Most of the western part of the state is quite hilly. It's a lot more like PA, like we're Appalachian Mountains. In fact, there's a mountain chain here called Ozark Mountains. It's quite interesting. They're not super tall, but nonetheless, it's quite hilly here. I-40 until you get to Little Rock, and then you kind of towards I've always been fascinated by geography and geology. When I was in college, I took geology courses, like study different minerals and all kinds of cool stuff. So as I travel now, it's, you know, like I get to see all that. I get to see the various different types of in the rocks and minerals and topography in the land, and quite fascinating. And there's a view on Memphis downtown and mighty Mississippi River. I never get tired seeing it. It's always different. Every week or every day you come by and it's going to be different current, different color, different level of water. It's pretty high up for the winter right now, actually. There's a Gander Mountain pyramid. I thought Gander Mountain went out of business, but I guess the pyramid still remains forever. The monument to failed business. Go figure. But yeah, Mississippi's pretty cool. One of these days I'm gonna take a motorboat up the river. I'm gonna take intercoastal from Alabama. That's my goal, to do the Great Loop. Oh, that's Bass Pro Shops. Never mind. I'm wrong. For some reason I thought it was Gander Mountain. Well, that's pretty much it for downtown. Well, good morning, boys and girls. This is our concluding full day of driving today on this load from California to Virginia. Today we're going to pass major towns such as Nashville, Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, Bristol, Virginia. Probably going to camp up for the night somewhere near Roanoke on I-81. We're basically going entire length of Tennessee, which is an interesting fact. Tennessee is longer, I think it is the longest continuous state in the United States. So if you drive I-40 to I-81 from tip to tip from Memphis to Bristol, it is closer. You can go all the way. It is closer. Detroit is closer than Canada. Basically, if you were to flip the Tennessee north to south orientation, you go all the way to Ontario, Canada. So it's quite long going east to west or west to east. So that's what we're doing. And then tomorrow we're gonna stage for delivery. So that's the plan. It's gonna be a little bit more busy driving today. It's more densely populated areas, more traffic, more towns, numerous small towns, on ramps, off ramps, and just general speed of driving is going to be a lot slower than what we accustomed to the last couple of days, just going through deserts and less populated areas such as northern Texas and Albuquerque, New Mexico. There's not many population centers there. East Coast is quite contrary to that. It's quite populated and densely packed environment. So when it comes to truck driving, you're basically dodging traffic, really. There's a lot more trucks too, a lot more government trucks. Most of the big box OTR companies operate out of southeast, northeast. They kind of stay in this area. They usually do not go past I-35 for sure. So you have your Swifts, Werners, and numerous others. They all toiling away, and they all tend to be at the 65, 68 miles per hour. So that's what we're dealing with today. So we're just going to take it easy, drive carefully, and hopefully we'll achieve our goals today, which should be fine. The weather seems to be okay. They had our major snowstorm in the northeast, but it's kind of moving out of the area down there. There was a little bit of snow on I-81 where I'm going today, but it's not going to cause us any issues, I don't think, today, so we're good. And we're in Nashville, the country music capital of the world. Neat town, if you ever get a chance to walk there, the bar district. Lots of history here. It's true Americana kind of deal. And we're passing the illustrious Knoxville, Tennessee. Illustrious, I don't know why. I haven't really walked around downtown, but mostly just drive through it quite frequently. Well, there's an accident, actually two. There's like a chain reaction, so both right lanes are blocked.
To the left is Comedy Hill too.
Yes, sir. I get over in the left lane, that's the only one open, far left lane. So that's why we have CB, guys. You know, you start talking, drivers warning each other.
I want to be truck drivers out there hauling over plant or fifth wheel. We don't make no sense either.
You know when something's up, you know which lane to be in, you know if there's bears sometimes, you know, we warn each other. So even if you're not a trucker, I think getting CB, like if you do long distance trips, having this CB would be beneficial.
Get a truck driver or something up top of the mountain up here, driver. Everybody's going into the left lane because the two right lanes are blocked.
Another day on Interstate 81. The nerve of them. We all told them they can have an accident right on here and block the road. You should be fine, but all these super truckers in the right lane slowing everybody up. I-64, the final stretch of highway before Richmond, Virginia. Climbing the Appalachian Hills. Quite a stark difference, Appalachia versus Rockies or anything. Looks like Appalachian mountains are much more ancient, eroded. They're more like overgrown hills. Whereas Rockies and out there, the Cascades or Sierra Nevadas, all high, tall, volcano-style mountains like you would imagine, but still there's some crazy hills out here in Appalachia, so eastern U.S. does have to offer quite a lot of entertainment as far as skiing and hiking and all that. in downtown.
In half a mile, turn right onto East 3rd Street.
It's an interesting town. There's not far from here Phillips Morris factory with all the Marlboro cigarettes in it. Used to be huge. I remember I had a pickup there once, and yeah, they high security and everything. But it seems dead. I don't know. This is Wednesday lunchtime afternoon, and I mean, look at this. This is downtown, guys. This is Richmond, Virginia. This looks dead, doesn't it? I mean, I haven't been here. I haven't been here since before COVID. You gotta be careful here. They have those old ass railroad bridges that are really low. Yeah, they got a lot of those 13-foot bridges. Yes. A little bit of downtown navigation with a big ass truck. Nothing wrong with that. You just got to make sure we're in the correct lane every time. Because people like to squeeze the truck out, realizing that I give no fucks. I mean, if I don't see you, I'll crunch you. You're gonna be dead. So don't try to squeeze the truck, especially in tight turns. There's no guarantee I will see you. And you may end up under the trailer. And oh boy, there's no fender benders, trust me. Your little shitbox four-wheeler, it'll open up like a Coke can. That's a guarantee. But yeah, as I was saying, around these old East Coast cities, if you're downtown, if you're trucking, you gotta watch that 13.6, man. Woo! It's, yeah. Stay in the truck routes and just be consciously aware of the height. Like, scan the signs before you do anything. Because just because you think you're on a truck route does not mean you actually are. And the fact is, sometimes they regrade the road too, and your GPS could be wrong. And the bridge that was 13.6 is now 13.4, and you're gonna have a convertible experience with your trailer. So, yeah, you guys, if you're trucking and you're out East Coast, the big cities, that's a big one. It is empty. What is going on, Charlotte? What is happening? Where did the people go? And missed the zombie apocalypse or something? This is Wednesday, almost lunchtime. You guys, you seeing this? It is like a nuclear bomb went off. Like, few survivors remaining. What is going on here? I haven't been here in a while. I'm mostly out west, but it's probably been over a year since I've been in this town. So I don't know. Maybe this the lockdowns and everything. Nobody can work anymore. That is bizarre, man. Strange. Yeah, I don't know. Just not a lot of traffic at all. not even commercial traffic. This is all warehouse district, all industrial area. Normally,
Half a mile, turn right onto Carter Creek Road.
we normally have these container guys just darting everywhere, and I don't see anything.
Speed warning.
Well, we're getting close. This is almost the end of a 2,600 mile saga. Wasn't a bad trip. Just a few days I got almost blown off into a ditch, but other than that, fairly uneventful.
Turn first right onto Carter Creek Road.
This is our destination. What's going on, Mr. Big Truck from City in the middle of the road? Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Alright, we're gonna have to park around here in the curb somewhere and go in and see when they want to unload us. So, there's that. At least we got a spot, because this place is tight. Oh yeah, there's trucks in here. It's tight. We're gonna have to do some backing magic in there. We don't want to cause damage or anything of that nature. Alright, boys and girls, showtime. Hey, boys and girls, we made it. We're in Richmond, Virginia, and getting unloaded right now. So 2,600 miles behind us. Hopefully the load comes out clean and everything's fine. I get my signed paperwork and get paid. So we're going to keep it moving along. My young friend already looking for the next load. And I'll keep you posted. See you on the road.